Once you have some pictures on your PowerPoint slides, it's possible to do some basic editing and even to add some extra information to those pictures. On this page that we're looking at the moment, this second picture is rather dark and it's a bit difficult to see the detail. This one's fine, but this one really needs to be lightened up a little bit. In PowerPoint, if you click once on a picture to select it, the picture editing toolbar will become active automatically, and this is the button that adjusts the brightness. So if I just click a couple of times on that, you can see the picture getting brighter and brighter and more detail is being revealed. If I go too far, it gets too bright and washed out, so we can go back a few steps. So it's very easy to do some basic brightness editing. Also, if you wanted to crop out some background information, you can do that, and I can crop down so that we're really focused in on what's happening in this picture, where our little devil's feeling very threatened by the big dog, and having done that, we can then perhaps size up our picture again just to give us a bit more detail of what's going on there. So it's a way of zooming in on the detail of the photo to crop out some of the background and then resize it up. Another thing that you can do is use the drawing toolbar, which usually appears at the bottom of the page. If it's not there, have a look in the in the View menu under Toolbars, and if the drawing toolbar isn't ticked, that's why it's not appearing on your page. You'll see if you watch at the bottom of the screen, when I untick that, it disappears. But if I go back again and tick it, it will put that toolbar back where I can use it. There are lots of really useful tools down here, including the Auto Shapes, which has a little library of callouts or voice bubbles. So for example, I might put a bit more detail into what's happening in my picture with a thought bubble for our poor little Tasmanian devil up here. We can type in what he's thinking, and the little diamond shape is the bit that we drag so that we can put the thought bubbles coming from him. You'll notice that my text box that I've put my text into, the fill colour is the pale blue. If I wanted to change that, I could choose to have either no fill, which makes it transparent, which is probably not such a good thing to do, or perhaps white, so that my thought bubble stands out nice and clearly against the picture background. We could also choose perhaps a different shape, perhaps a voice box here for our dog, so that he could be saying something to our hero who's up the tree. Oops. And same thing, we can give that the same fill that we used before, and when we click on it, there's a little icon that we can use to put it coming from his mouth, and we can move the actual text box around wherever we'd like to put it in the picture so that it's not obscuring anything that we want the viewer to be able to see. There are also arrows that we can use here. So if we choose an arrow to draw, perhaps we could put an arrow here to show the nectarine tree. It's a very thin black arrow, but we can make it thicker if we want to, and we can change the colour of it so that it really stands out if we wanted to draw attention to the fact that he's up the nectarine tree. So once you have your pictures on the page in your digital book, you can do some editing. Another thing you can do that I've just remembered is you can put a frame around the pictures themselves, which can be a nice way of finishing them off, and that's really just a line, so we could choose a line colour that would suit as well, which gives a nice framed effect to our pictures as well. And we can just do that to all of them if we wanted to, just to finish them off nicely. So it's quite a bit of playing around you can do with the tools on the drawing toolbar to enhance the drawings and the pictures that you've got in your digital book.